In this video, we're going to look at the command to check our Windows computers, how to check the signal strength. So I'll go to my Windows machine, and in here, if you go to your command prompt, there's a command called netsh. If you just type netsh wlan show and put question mark, you can see there are a lot of options available to check your wireless LAN status. So now quite useful command out of this is actually show interfaces. If you want to check what type of wireless interface card available in your computer, you can check that. Like in my case, I have a Wi-Fi 7 Intel BE adapter. So at the moment it is not connected to a network. In that way you will not get additional detail. But once I connect this, you will see I'm getting additional detail on my wireless network. So now some other useful command is actually wireless driver. It is quite important to check your driver version. So sometime if it is not up to date, then you may encounter issues. Sometime when you're troubleshooting wireless client issues, it's always good thing to check which version of drivers you are running. So in my Intel adapter, I'm running version 23.150, which is relatively newer kind of driver version. That way, if you are running like an old driver version, it's better basically you updating your drivers to the latest version. The important thing in those driver updates, so it shows what kind of method it's supporting. So if you're familiar with Wi-Fi security, there's a concept called WPA and WPA2 and WPA3. So WPA3 being the latest, security method, Wi-Fi Alliance certified. So now if your client are Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 7, definitely they have to support WPA3. But sometimes you may have, if you have a legacy client or legacy wireless interface card, so you may not see WPA3 support. So now by looking at this input, you can tell this adapter supporting all the 3 band, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz and 6 gigahertz. So that way it is quite useful output, to see which frequency band your wireless interface supported by issuing the netsh wlan show driver command. So now what I'm going to do is actually I will connect my Windows client to a wireless network. So I have a few different test network created. So now I have this one, for example, it is enable 4.1x. So I will just connect it and show you the same output, the show interface output. Now you can see it is connected. So now if I issue the same interface command, so now this particular time you can see previously we saw it's disconnected, but now it is showing it is connected to my MRN1XT SSID. And the important part is, it shows you which band it is connected. So now this client connected in 6 GHz band. So channel being channel 85. And then now this is the sort of latest information they have added, in the previous kind of Windows operating system. So we didn't have this level of detail. So now this information, whether we are doing, what level of security. So you remember we talked about previous command, we said basically WPA2 personal, WPA3 personal. There are certain, variant of those WPA3 depending on the security method you use. So that way now this is saying AKM value number 5 and Cipher suite being value number 4, mean we are using AES 128-bit, and then this is telling that we are using .1x with SHA-256. So now it says basically radio type is 11BE, which is Wi-Fi 7, and authentication method called WPA3 Enterprise. And Cipher suite, as we said, like the CCMP, and then it will tell receive rate and transmit data rate value. So now important signal point of view, in the earlier version of this operating systems, it only showing a percentage value. They didn't really tell the RSSI value directly. So you have to go through some conversion table and convert this percentage into dBm value. But now you can see they have basically included that information. So now the version I am running, let me just show you the. So I am running a sort of a not publicly available kind of operating system. I'm running Windows 11 Enterprise Insider Preview. The build number is 27913.1000. So now I notice this enhancement available in these kind of latest build. But if you in time to come, I'm sure this will become a public code, publicly available operating system for Windows 11. So then you will get this detail on your machines as well. So now in that way, this is a quite useful command. How to check the Windows client RSSI value. So now some other detail, just to basically, if you can see here the transmit rate, receive rate. So this is the data rate value. My client is connected to the given access point. So now if you want to understand all the wireless capability detail in this netsh wlan show, if you put question mark, as we saw earlier, there's a command called wireless capabilities. So now if I want to basically get all my wireless client capability, you can type wireless capabilities in a one word. Maybe I have basically mistyped it. Let me just copy and paste that particular wireless capabilities. So now this will listed all the wireless capability of my wireless adapter. So now it's basically now importance is basically sometime in the capability point of view. So sometime you can see it says Mac randomization. This is 11R fast transition supported. Multi-user MIMO, it is supported. BTM, BSS transition management, 11V supported. So now this is WPA3 personal kind of authentication method, and then WPA3 suite B authentication. It says it is not supported. This is like a different AKM value. And then this OWE, like a enhance open. So sometime Wi-Fi 7 point of view, you can see, it says, number of MLO connections. So this is some concept in Wi-Fi 7 where we can establish connection across multiple radio band. So now maximum number of link they said supported. They said is 4. At the moment, Wi-Fi 7 enterprise, there may be certain AKM value, being maybe they are saying it is not supported Wi-Fi 7 enterprise in this particular version. So that means in Wi-Fi 7 you can use WPA3 personal, not exactly the higher security like a GSMP 256 maybe not yet supported in this particular driver. And then like say with 284 PMK it says it's supported. So now sometime the spatial stream, this is the sort of information it is good to know, like what is your client capability, how many spatial stream it is supporting. So now directly, like depending on the number of spatial stream support, now basically my client, basically if I show this a previous input, now my client is basically connecting to 6 gigahertz channel number 85. So now we can assuming like 6 gigahertz like channel width point of view, you can assume it's 80 megahertz. But if you want to verify, now the data rate value. So if you go to mcsindex.com, you can confirm, like if you go to mcsindex.com, probably you can go to mcsindex.net, including the Wi-Fi 7 data rate .com, that page only showing. So now if you check the client data rate value, it says 1441.2. So now if you control F here, 1441.2, so you can see there are a couple of options available, but now the options given here is, so it can be, like if I scroll to the left here, this is with the 2 spatial stream, this is with the 1 spatial stream. So now we can achieve that data rate. It says if you're using a 160 megahertz with 1 spatial stream, you can achieve that in Wi-Fi 7. But now we already saw, like our client is 2 spatial stream. So that means my AP has to operate in 80 megahertz. So that way, by looking at the data rate value, you can tell or you can estimate what is the AP configurations settings as well. So the channel width, what channel width this AP operate, is not directly like available in here. You can see band information is there, but if you take a packet capture, you can definitely look at that. But in that way, now this is connecting to a 80 megahertz channel with operated kind of SSID that you can correlate using the MCS index value, MCS index value, mcsindex.com value, and this transmit receive data rate value, you can work it out. So that way, keep in mind, it is quite useful. So now I will do a separate video on certain other additional information. How can you basically recover your password in a personal kind of SSID using the same command. So that will be a different video, because I feel this video is getting a bit longer.